In Hong Kong, thousands of civil servants are taking part in an anti-government rally in Central District. That's despite a government warning to staff to stay politically neutral. The crowd began gathering at Charter Garden at around 7 p.m.
And they are calling on the government to respond to pro-democracy protesters' demands over the suspended extradition bill, as well as for the administration to implement universal suffrage in the city.
Another anti-extradition protest organised by medical workers is also taking place this evening nearby at Edinburgh Palace. This comes as Hong Kong enters its 9th straight week of protests.
And this weekend, more unsanctioned demonstrations are expected to take place. A citywide strike is also looming on Monday.
Several anti-government groups, civil servants and other professions have vowed to join.
Meanwhile, the police announced that more arrests have been made. Last night, 8 people were arrested on charges of possessing offensive weapons and explosives following a raid at an industrial building in Fo Tan.
Police seized petrol bombs, bows and arrows, as well as equipment and ingredients for making smoke bombs. They said similar weapons have been used against officers at recent demonstrations.
These kind of things have really been used to attack our officers. So we have some thing that may be correlated to the previous incident. Of course, at this stage, we have no idea whether the arrested person have been involved in the previous violence incidents, but it is one of the investigation direction we're heading to.
And for the latest, let's cross over to our Hong Kong correspondent Roland Lim, and he's at Charter Garden where the civil servants rally is taking place. Roland, question is, does this civil servants rally actually indicate an uprising from within the government? How should we be looking at this?
No, not at all. I mean, the Hong Kong has a total workforce of 170,000 civil servants, but some do feel strongly that they need to voice their concerns about the current political unrest in the city. The rally here today is surprising because civil servants, as you say, are meant to show political neutrality and professionalism while doing their job, as they are always seen to be representing the government. So the escalation really of the violent protest actions that we've seen in recent weeks, the Yuen Long attacks on commuters by mobsters, the public anger towards a non-responsive government, those are more or less the reasons that are bringing these civil servants out to protest today. So despite fears of reprisals, they're making a stand. Organizers say that while, yes, they're meant to be politically neutral and be professional about when they are conducting their duties as officers of the government, they argue that outside of work, it doesn't mean that, they can't make their own personal stance known. So hence, the thousands of supporters here. It is raining now as I speak in Charter Garden. Still, that has not deterred the supporters of the civil servants that are out here on at the rally today.
Roland, the government has warned staff against taking part. What are the chances then that action will be taken against the civil servants?
Yeah, there was concerns about whether this rally would take off or not, because the government on yesterday, did issue a very solemn statement warning that there will be repercussions for civil servants if they do not remain neutral and are totally loyal to Chief Executive Carrie Lam. But since then, we've had Chief Secretary Matthew Cheung. He's the number 2 after Carrie Lam. Now, he says that, yes, the civil servants can join this particular rally, but as long as they do so in their own capacity, in a personal capacity, he says that they, however, should not be doing anything to oppose the administration in the name of the civil service, and this could wrongly give the impression that there are differences of opinion between the government itself and its staff.
All right, many thanks for that. Roland Lim speaking to us from Hong Kong.